Let the games begin. Straight out of Ngaruahia, New Zealand, here's Mario. Hello, Mario's daily vlog, number 632, ramping up, Friday, January the 11th, 2019. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, it's the last of the first week back after the holidays. A week I really enjoy because people are friendly. They've got a little bit of time to stop and talk. Chance to get to know people. I really enjoy this time of year. But I notice on some of the emails that I'm sending to colleagues that are not there that they're saying they're going to be back on the 14th of January, which is next Monday. So things are going to start getting busy from here on in. And so I'm just sort of waiting to see what happens. Very interesting. So the picture I've got here in the background is our main entrance from a distance on a quiet Friday afternoon. Probably only about 3 or 4 people left on site. Nice. Just the last moments of the good life. And from here on in, it'll start to get busier. The students will start to trickle in to do their enrolments. More staff will be here. Questions will be asked. Things will be starting to be planned and what have you. So, it's starting to ramp up. So I just thought I'd mark that occasion with a little video on a Friday afternoon. Now my day today, you'll see that I've got my infusion shirt on. So that means I've been infused. And I had to go in on a weekday because of the holiday rostering of the nurses, which when I talk to the people on the floor seems to be in total disarray, but it's quite interesting. So I went in there. Oh my God, it was hectic. I go on the weekends, and there's quite a usual. The same people come every weekend, and we know each other, and it flows really well. But there today, golly, there was people everywhere. There was a group of people doing all sorts of chemo, where it's doing in the infusions. So different group of nurses there. Every now and again, one of them had donned some sort of yellow coat and come out and issue some drugs and then tear it off and go away, which was a little bit interesting and disconcerting. But I went in for my usual infusion, and there was one of the weekend crew there as well. So we were both in there early and got our key positions. Although I had to move out. Apparently my position that I usually hold is in the chemo area, but so I went somewhere else for my infusion. Busy there. But we got through in the same amount of time, so that was pretty good. And then from there, I popped in and got a little pita pit on the way back. And instead of getting the big one, as has been my custom, I got a smaller one. It still did the job. Marvellous. So cost a little less, but so I'm gradually learning or coming around to my wife's little mantra that one of the best ways to lose weight is to eat less. And I'm developing a bit of a theory around that as to perhaps if it's interesting if everybody just ate what they needed, there'd be a lot more extra food in the world. But anyway, that's something for another day. So interesting that I'm learning this so late in my life. If I knew now If I knew when I was younger what I know now, oh my God, how different the world would be. Yes, well, I think it's called experience. So let's have a quick look at the diary. So very hot outside, so I didn't get any lawn mowing done. 2,856 steps, 600 vlog 632 ramping up. We've got a question for today, and number 244, where, what, who, on a what. Got a few answers there, but haven't quite got there. Getting there soon. Web crap of the week coming out after this, so keep an eye out for that. Just doing prep all day, and of course infusion. So I'm back in for the infusion again tomorrow. So a steady day. What I'd say was a steady day, with no specific highlights, but a steady day moving forward. So here's today's challenge, and be very careful. What liquid measure is equal to 1.76 imperial pints? Imperial pints. So that imperial word is quite important there. So is it a bushel, a quart, a litre, or a gallon? 1.76 imperial pints. Which of the measures is it? Now, yesterday's question was, what is this bird? So I went to Hamilton Lake, saw this bird for the first time ever, and I came home and looked up to see what it is. It was quite simple to find it. I just typed in black bird, white face, New Zealand, and it came up with the Australian coot, as was seen here, and as Moz was able to tell us in his inimitable fashion in the comments below the video. And yes, apparently it is of Australian origin and started appearing in New Zealand around 1958, possibly blown across the Tasman by favourable winds. So that was the Australian coot. Now, as part of the questions, I got asked whether it was a kiwi bird, and that reminded me of the impression that people that don't live in New Zealand, of course, the kiwi is our national bird. One would think that yes, they were just everywhere, but they're not. I've never seen a kiwi in the wild, and I've worked quite a bit on farms and in bush and things like that. Never seen a kiwi or encountered a kiwi. I've never had the sound of the kiwi identified for me. Now, people who live in areas that are well populated with kiwis say they can hear them at night and do see them from time to time. But no, I've never lived in one of those areas and never seen, as I say, never seen a kiwi in the wild or encountered one. The only place I've seen them is in zoos and aviaries. So I think there was one at Wellington Zoo, and usually they're in an infrared enclosure. So you go into the enclosure and you see them in darkened circumstances as they scurry around. They're a flightless bird with a big long beak, eating grubs and worms and that sort of thing. So this is not a kiwi bird, but the kiwi bird, although it's the national bird of New Zealand, as I say, a lot of Kiwis have not, of the humankind, have not encountered them, and a lot of them possibly haven't even seen them in captivity. So yes, a bit of an enigma, I suppose. So that brings us to the end of today's vlog, which this is the second go at it. Well, near the end. This is the second go at it because I lent my microphone to my daughter and forgot to set it up when I put it back today. So I had a silent version of this video there without any sound, but hopefully this time we've nailed it. So, thanks everybody for, for your comments, for liking and subscribing, interacting with my challenges and things like that. These are the things that support my channel, and I appreciate your efforts. I'll be here tomorrow with another vlog, and hopefully we'll see you there too. So, cheers. See you.
That's all, folks.
On the way out. Great. This has been a maureo presentation from our studio in Ngaruawahia, New Zealand.